And the best thing about this is we're using your experience having done this for, over a day. What's up guys, Robeytech here, and I have had the unique privilege over the course of this week to go hang out with some of my favorite people, because there may be some people who don't know who you are. Why don't you just give us a little intro?
Sure thing. My name is John, and I'm the owner and founder of Liquid House, and I run Liquid House with my partner Ellie, and we build custom computers for both brands and private clients, and we've been doing some really fun stuff lately.
I was most excited about with you is to talk about kind of this thing that's become a signature part of your design. We're gonna call this sleeving. Is that what we're gonna call it?
Yeah,
sleeving.
So
I was trying to come up with a cooler name. I was gonna call it bulleting.
I mean, we can essentially, we can come up with a name for that. So basically it's the exact same material that you would find on sleeved cables.
Okay.
The same mesh weave.
I did not make the connection. So this is the exact same stuff if you like cable mod or mainframe.
Exactly.
Or,
exact same stuff, just at a way bigger size.
Okay.
Now the company that makes this is a company in Germany, MDPCX. The guy that runs it, Nils, he has been in this industry for a very long time. He ships with DHL.
Okay.
Quick, fast shipping, quick emails, quick communication. I've had nothing but, it's been nothing but a dream working with him. As far as I know, he's the only one that produces it in this size, which is the size that you need. And they literally just call it the big sleeve on their website. The big sleeve? Yeah.
Okay.
This is the big stuff.
The big sleeve.
So the next trick here is the tubing choice, and a lot of people when they see our builds on social media and stuff like that is they think that this is EK's ZMT tubing because it's black, and I can't blame them because EK knocked it out of the park with their ZMT tubing. However, the ZMT tubing traditionally runs a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And so it really comes down to chasing the right outside diameter of the tube itself. You need to make sure that the outside diameter of both the tube and the sleeve is still less than the inside diameter of the compression ring. And with this EPDM tubing, it runs a little bit on the narrower side versus ZMT running a little bit on the thicker side.
So that, and again, guys, we'll have links in the description. So if you just want to find this material, because I know a lot of people are like, he's just throwing away acronyms and this stuff doesn't mean anything. We'll have links. So if you want to do that, we'll have links to the tubing. We'll have links to the big sleeve.
Yes.
And then we'll go from there. Okay.
Yeah.
For fittings, can we use any 1016 at that point in time?
So I have had pretty good success with coolances, EKs. We also use Fantex fittings like in the Landcool 3.
So all in all, like you're looking for 10/16 is basically what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And the best thing about this is we're using your experience having done this for, over a day.
I just hope to provide a little bit of insight, a little bit of perspective, saying, hey, listen, if you want to go for it, go for it.
Right.
But here's some tips and tricks in making sure that, your experience is a little bit easier.
Before we go into the tutorial, one question, hard tubing. Can you do this with hard tubing? Have we tried?
Theoretically, it should still work. I just personally haven't had the time to experiment myself.
Maybe a follow-up video at some point in time.
Yeah,
Looks like there's experimentation to be had.
Yes.
So let's see. Now let's actually do it. Because people are like, it's been 10 hours. You haven't shown me a dang thing. No, let's go from here.
I attached this compression fitting to a 90 just so I've got a little bit something to hold on to. And that's something that I would always recommend. Help yourself out a little bit. You don't need to hold just the fitting, like attach something to it.
Right.
This is really easy once you get going with it. You're literally, and I like to call this caterpillaring, because you're going to just sleeve the tubing over the, and you're just gonna walk it, kind of like how a caterpillar walks.
Okay, let me give it a go. Here we go. This is Can I Caterpillar? Here we go.
Can I Caterpillar?
Can I? Oh yeah. Okay, that actually goes.
And then you can walk it down.
Yeah, I thought that would be a lot harder, and then you could just once you kind of get on, it just kind of slips through there.
Yep.
And you just want to caterpillar a little bit more.
Yep.
And plus, how many times do you like to say caterpillar, right?
Exactly.
Like,
there's not many times you're gonna say caterpillar.
Yeah, like
caterpillar.
The weave needs to be straight, right?
Okay.
And every now and then when you're caterpillaring it up, it'll get wavy. And so what I'll do is I'll loosen it and push it and make sure that that sleeving is as straight as possible.
Got it.
And as you can see, this weaving is coming undone.
Yeah.
So this is what we don't want, but at the same time, it's okay because we haven't reached the stage where this will become an issue.
Right.
So what I'd like to do is I like to have a little bit of extra sleeving on both ends.
Got it, okay.
And I like to compress the sleeving and kind of mush it into like a point.
Okay.
That way the compression ring can go
right
over it no problem. Right here, you can see that there's some bulge. So what I like to do before this ring goes onto the tube, I like to pull this as tight as possible, make it as taut as possible. And then once it's taut, look how freely it wants to run over it. If I let it go,
there's some push.
Yeah, there's some push. So you pull it taut, that way you can run it without worrying about the ring potentially catching onto the sleeving. So let's move on to the next stage.
Okay, next stage.
The next stage is important because this is when it's gonna make it easier for you or a lot harder for you. So I've got a trash can right here. Just preface that this is going to be very messy when you're cutting the tubing because each individual little thread here is going to become very short, very snipped, and just gonna go everywhere. So I like to cut over a trash can. So I'm running it, making sure it's taut, holding it, kind of pinching it there, making sure the end of the tubing is right there. You can see underneath the sleeving. And then we're gonna cut as close to the edge of the tubing as possible. Right? Now there's still some overhang. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk it around and slice the leftover sleeving ends.
And this is where it could be really messy.
Yeah, and this is where, as you can see, the stuff's kind of flying around everywhere. And honestly, it's really easy to vacuum up. And
so we have to have a vacuum too?
Yeah, you also need to have a vacuum.
This is starting to get really expensive.
Unless you want to live in this stuff, and then there's nothing wrong with that either. But
most people have pets are probably like, who cares? I already got cat hair everywhere.
If I pull it taut, I've still got some tubing showing. And that's okay because we're not gonna see that. And we know for sure that the sleeving is not gonna interfere with the threading. One way we can check is we come tight, it looks good still.
Yeah, look at that. Dude, look, I mean, like, zoom in on this, Josiah. Just look at how clean.
Just how quickly this looks.
But look how clean that is. I mean, like, again, it's just such a unique look. Is there an issue with the amount, like length, right? Like, is too long? Is this better for short runs? Like, is there anything you've learned in terms of that?
Sure, the short runs are very difficult. They're very difficult. And the main issue that I come across with the short runs is the sleeving does want to fray very, very easily. But obviously, as you can tell, the result's worth a little bit of that elbow time.
These are technically mods. I mean, yes, they're simple, but the other thing too is you are modding and creating something that does not exist off of the shelf at Amazon or whatever it was. So this one you need like scissors, a trash can, potentially a vacuum cleaner, unless you're like into that. You need a Robeytech build mat, which you should check out at robeytech.com.
Definitely the most important part.
This actually keeps the whole thing stick together, like no problem whatsoever.
There's no way I could do this on the wood.
I know, it's just not possible. This is the secret right here. Okay, so one other thing too, before we get too far and kind of go, is I also saw these in the Liam Lee. So what are these?
So these are automotive AN hose clamps. And this is something you would find in like a tuner car. If you pop the hood, you would see, especially in this purple and same with the blue, is you would see these flashy colors both to handle like radiator tubing. Well, guess what? We're using them for radiator tubing, but for PCs.
And it looks like there's a bunch of there is different sizes, but for this one, we'll have a link that works specifically, because again, this is a very specific size. And
it's technically an automotive part, and you can find them on Amazon. Like for instance, this company specializes in like insane anodizing, and so these are all 3 different brands. And as you can tell, like some anodizing is better than others.
But this looks so nice.
The purple's nuts. So
kind of pops this open. It looks like. Do you take it all the way out? Or?
Yeah, I take it all the way out.
Okay, so there it goes, and then
it just splits in half. And so let's, for instance, we'll just we'll pretend that these are 2 tubes.
So we just pop that in like that, and then again, do you do anything in terms of making it tight or?
No, I put them in position. I figure out, okay, this is going to go well. And then I start tightening them, and then once it's like snug, I figure out, okay, I want them right here.
And you could even use something like this on AIO tubes.
Absolutely, yes. And so I actually had someone ask about, oh, hey, because this is AN 8. This is called the AN 8 sizing. This is an AN 6 that I got as an experiment to try different size soft tube as well as hard tubing clamps. I would recommend trying out the AN 4 size though for all-in-one tubing, because they do obviously run a lot skinnier than some of this tubing here.
How much are these?
Oh man. You can buy a 4-pack on Amazon of black ones for like 20 bucks.
Dude, another great way to just do a quick modification and stuff like that goes from there. So anyway, guys, another option. And then again, we'll have links down to these down in the description below as well. Any other tips that you can think of?
I mean, take your time, maybe plan accordingly in terms of parts. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're at Liquid House on every social media platform, and liquidhouse.com. So if you've got any issues or questions or concerns, feel free to hit us up, and we're more than happy to help.
He actually loves this stuff. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. And the only thing I do want to add is that don't be afraid to also take some of this and then also mix in hard tubing, right? So you clear hard tubing and stuff. This gives, you don't always have to stick to a single one. Like my Height Y60 build has both. Like the Outland Cool 3 build actually has both. So feel free as a way to kind of elevate your builds. Would love to know down in the comments below what you think of this video. What would you like to see more of as we continue to collaborate with people like John, with Ron and others. What else you would like to see, and if this video is of course helpful. And while you're down there, make sure you slap that subscribe button, whip that like button, and ring that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time we post a new video right here on Robeytech. And again, check out Liquid House. We'll have all of his information down below. And if you guys have any further questions, don't worry, this will not be the only time you'll see John on the channel. Anyway, guys, that's it for Robeytech. We hope you enjoyed this video.
Take care,
we look forward to seeing you on the next one.